Hi guys, today we're making baked black bean falafels. Some purists might say, that's no falafel, but what else would I call it when they have that perfectly spiced crunch on the outside, soft savory insides with that beautiful falafel flavor. Anyways, I love using black beans because they are packed with more antioxidants than chickpeas or garbanzo beans, and there really isn't much of a flavor difference in the end. That said, you can pretty much use any bean in this recipe. Kidney beans, navy beans, whatever you have on hand. But today, I'm going to be using 1 cup of cooked black beans, rinsed and drained, a 1/4 cup of chickpea flour. I'm adding a tablespoon of chopped sun-dried tomatoes, but that's completely optional. A 1/2 cup of minced onions. I used red because it's what I had on hand, but you can use whatever you have. 2 cloves of garlic, a tablespoon of cilantro, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of ground coriander, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and 2 tablespoons of your favorite cooking oil. So first preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 190 degrees Celsius. Then put everything except for the oil into a large bowl and mash it down until the beans are all broken up and the ingredients are combined. I would recommend using a potato ricer for this, but I didn't have one, so I used a pastry cutter. Just use what you have to get the job done. Next, stir in the oil. Why the oil last? I have put it in with the rest of the ingredients before and then proceeded to splash myself with it as I was mashing the beans. So not my most graceful moment. This is probably a lot safer. When everything is combined, you can set that aside and prep your baking sheet. Here I'm using a muffin tin for no other reason than it's what I had on hand that was clean. Here I'm greasing the tins with a little oil that will help the falafel form a crunchier crust on the bottom and to not stick. But normally I just use a baking sheet with parchment paper and it works just as well. Next, create your falafel balls. I'm using a little scooper that makes each falafel just over 1 inch in diameter. It's a soft batter so it works perfectly. I got a total of 16 falafel out of this batter. Next, just pop them in the oven. If you want them to crisp evenly, you may want to flip them at the 15-minute mark, but it's not really necessary. After a total bake time of 30 minutes, take them out and let them cool for a couple minutes before eating. They are so deliciously crunchy on the outside, but tender and moist on the inside. Stick them on wraps, eat them as snacks, add them to a salad like I did here. If you make them for later, let them cool completely before storing them in an airtight container. This helps keep the crispness when you heat them up later. And that's it. I hope you give these tasty little black bean falafels a try. Let me know if you do or if you have any questions. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Click the subscribe button for more easy, delicious recipes every week.